Hello, can you hear me now? There's a big mute button there. I can hear myself. Awesome. Cool. I'm sorry, I was talking to myself then. So, hi, I'm at Malley. This is the Stonehearth stream. See, I don't need that open. So tonight I'm going to be showing animals and animations and stuff like that I did over the break. Let me know if the music's too loud. I set it up for myself, but it might be a little too loud. It's a little touchy. Right, so animals. Over the break, I had a little time. Sorry, I'm trying to open that so I can just see. Had a little time that I put towards the game because there's a lot of cool stuff I wanted to get to. So I did. Let's see. All right, so I'm just gonna Collie I didn't touch, but I'm just gonna delete these mix-ins. Sorry, I probably should have done this beforehand, but I did not. But yeah, so you can see I adjusted, I didn't do the mammoth, I did a bunch of kittens. Let's see, monsters. I made a duck, which is this guy here. I made an ostrich. Loot chest. Loot chest I made a long time ago, and I think I showed off. I didn't make him, but he's actually in the game now. Made a boar, made a cougar, but you'll probably never see the cougar as he is. Oh, I didn't make him, or him. Golems, we didn't do. Wolf, I didn't make, but I redid all his animations. Zilla is new, but he reuses a lot of the alligator. Alright, so no goblins. Skull steak? What is that? Yeah, duck's a little strange. It's kind of like a little raptor or something. Oh, that's cute. I've never seen this. I wonder if it's actually used anywhere. Skull trophy, you know what that is. Goblin wolf, we don't need to look at. It's the same as regular wolf. Mammoth in touch. Orcs. Undead. Skeleton giant. So these I made, but it's I didn't make anything. It's just the normal skeleton, but I scaled it up. And I did that a long time ago as well, as did these, though I modified them to work with the new thing. Wolf rig. All right, what am I missing? All right, okay, so I can look at the file. Oh, the beetles. Critters. No. Beetle. A lot of things are not named great, so they don't come up together. Bitsy. And then, what is doodles? I guess these don't exist, so I should rename them so that they do come up under searches. Let's see, what else? Meow. Let's see, start from the top. Random stuff. The fox. Red fox. This one. Alright. Why did that get all big again? Because I used the Windows keys. Alright. Fox, boar, wolf, cougar, zilla, Entling mage we forgot about, and the deer. Entling mage. I'm saying I made these, but there's a lot of things I didn't make here. For example, the Entling mage. I touched his model slightly, but this is Tom's old work. Pretty much everything in here is Tom's or Allie's that I just adjusted. The deer is Tom. Oh, deer. I swear I can spell. We will either randomly get the horned one or not the horned one. Kitten we already did. Dragon whelp, beetle, bitsy, doodles, ostrich, duck, mimic, giant skeletons. That's everything. All right, so let's see what people said first. Is Ducky from Lame Before Time? Yeah, Radiant Alley says Duck Goose. I love Ducky from Lame Before Time, so say this. Way back, like Alpha 10 was a way to show how many goblins you'd killed. That's cool. Why is there a limit on max? Yeah, so let's just saying performance. The game would just die. Very, very slowly. Yeah. Alright, so here's all the stuff. And I'm going to start from left to right just because it's easy. So, big skeletons. Actually, let me pause a second and talk about their eyes. This is actually work from Angelo, who's been on the stream many times. He's doing Turnip Town. Why did we do this? Oh, I wanted a thing. I'll show it to you at the end. But it's like, I wanted this like glowy stone. And for that, what I wanted was, I wanted to say, okay, I have a stone, and it literally looks like stone, but then I want like runes inscribed on it that glow. And I want them to glow like cubicles do, or sorry, like particles do. So we just couldn't do that with our text. So I was like, Angela, could you please help? And he got it working for me. But instead of straight up giving me that, he also just took our base emissive, so like the glowy eyes, and made all of that glow, which is really cool. So I didn't have to do any work. It's just everything glows now. Unfortunately, if you have a mod that uses this material, the emissive material, and you didn't want bloom on it, this like, zoom in on his, or well, you can't zoom in because, excuse me, the closer you get, the less it goes. But we can set it to nighttime. Set time 10 p.m. OM PM. All right, so now you can see the pixels like around their eyes if I'm not hovering over them. But like here when I'm not hovering, that's bloom. Yeah, so that's super cool. And then these are just big guys. So here we got the mimic. This is his spawn animation, which isn't used anywhere or can't be used anywhere. I gotta see if I can, who I can trick into making me some stuff that lets creatures have spawns. Here's the duck and the ostrich. And they're, oh, there it is. Here's their emote cute. If anybody knows that reference, it's good for you. It's a super awesome cartoon. This is broken. His neck shouldn't be poking through like that. I thought I fixed that. There's eat anim, stuff like that. Just trying to make new animations. You see this guy's hitching. Actually, all the runs, all the animations will hitch. It's not that the animations hitch, it's that I'm destroying their AI and then forcing them to loop. If anyone's interested in how to do that, you can see here, like local variable self-place item, and then I'm spawning a duck, and then I say spawn effect of that variable, eat, loop true, and 0 delay. But for some reason, 0 delay still has a delay, so no big deal. Like, this is enough for me to verify that stuff's working. All right, so here's the beetles. There's 3 of them. This is Tom's asset, which I broke apart and turned into a thing. Bitsy and Doodles are both Allie's drawings, and I made an ant that looked really bad, and Allie made this one look really adorable. So, something about that little fat butt is super cute. But these guys, here's their emote cute right here. They back up and then do a roll. Oh no, I forgot. This guy probably has AI still. Goodbye, friend. Here you can see the beetles going to sleep, and then this is them sleeping, and all you see is the Z's, and then this is them waking up. They don't actually travel underground. Maybe we do that sometime, but this is just asleep. And here we've got an attack. Rawr. Kitties. I could have sworn I fixed them. And then this is the eat animation. All right, let's close this and go find the cats. Whoops. So we say kitten. Oh, and you can see the star right there. I did not save. Let me go back. See, comment, Mimics, is this about to become the Dark Souls of Voxel? No, so I love Dark Souls. Probably way too much. But these are not Mimics. These are evil chests, as you can see right there. I'm not sure if Mimic is copyrighted. I would expect it to be copyrighted by like Dungeons and Dragons or something else, but it was just a cute little idea that maybe scares people once in a while. Let's see if I'm missing other stuff. All the bugs look cute. Thank you very much, Pro at this game. Is this no poor cat, Bitsy and Doodle? Stuff. So glad to see the game progressing. Shellyak, thank you very much. Lock falls open, then the tongue comes out. Yeah. I really want to get this this idea of spawning and having like a cute thing happen and then like surprise you. Hey, Coasters Paul, welcome to the stream. You didn't miss much. Like I'm just going back over the same stuff we all went over. Birds. Kiki Flipnote, that's who the animation artist is who does this, the animation that this is referencing. Yeah, there you go. They do a lot of cute stuff on YouTube. Follow, it's good to see you on Twitch. Welcome, Chompers, thank you. Marriage and kids conversation, that's such an old one. Normal baby rabbits. We do? I'll have to look at that. I've been meaning to look at babies of things for a long time. Like, I was actually thinking about it with these guys. How do we have baby birds or like, I want to do eggs for them. Sorry, I did do eggs. Let's see. Ostrich. That should be there. Oh, I bet it's called large. Large. Large egg. But they don't actually spawn from the ostriches yet. They're just there. All right, so Mimics before they met them in Dark Souls. Yeah, Mimics really suck. They're fun though. Here's the kitten, and you can see there are 3 variants. It's just random right now which one you get, and on the same rig, so you can see the animation's the same, is the dragon whelp. And I'm actually going to come over here. Let's see. Whelp. And we're gonna copy paste. We're gonna steal a combat. There it is. There it is. Combat. And then we're gonna paste this twice more, and we're gonna call this ice and nature. And we're gonna make them not stack. So all at 40, this is 30, 40, 50. Feast Shrine, today is my 4th anniversary on the Stonehearth forums. Congratulations. So yeah, we've got little fire attacks for the yeah, that's right, for the dragon whelps. Whoops, whoa, sorry. Actually, let's do this again. Kitten also has an attack. Combat. 30. What do I do? Okay. Tuesday's eyebrow, was anything just pushed to Steam latest? That's a good question. We were talking about pushing to stable today. I don't know if, like, I guess it went out. It's just bug fixes. There was a problem with the farmer don't hold me to this, but I believe something to do with stockpiles was messing up farmers. So if you loaded a save from before this alpha, all your farms would stop functioning, and your farmer would just stand around, and you'd have to like remove the farms and then put them back to get it to start working. That was fixed. I think that was fixed, and then I had messed up something with input-output boxes. They were called containers instead of storage in some sort of weird formatting thing. So they were labeled incorrectly, but that's all that was pushed, I think. Oh, and a bunch of other bug fixes. News pushing through. Rahul says, what feature are you talking about? Will the workshop come out when the game is in beta or full? Benja903, I'm not sure what workshop you're talking about. Geister, obviously Malley hasn't been working hard enough. First time now this. I think Eyes might have come after this, but you guys see it in different orders. VFX look amazing. Thank you very much. These VFX are actually thanks to Angelo and Max, because burst emitters were Max and QB emitters. So this is emitting models. Well, not that one, but these two. You can see there are little snowflakes, and then over here you can see there are little leaves. I got two different leaves going on. They're just kind of cute. All right, so here we got the deer. This time we got the female. You can also get the male, so they have horns. He's still not great. Like he's a little jaggy in places. I don't know. I'm not super thrilled with his model. It's okay. But Ali's got a task to touch him up. Got a slow little gaunt. Here's his little. This is like an idle variation or something. Possibly go emote cute as well. I don't remember. Here's his go to sleep. It's kind of like dazes. I should lower that Z for him. This is the get up. I was actually really happy. Not that I'm a great animator. I'm not really pleased with my animation, but I saw this like incredibly adorable video of a deer sitting down and getting up, and so I tried my best to like replicate that movement. And it's like it looks so weird, but it's like actually how they move, and so it gives it this lifefulness that I really like. And there's a little attack for him. All right, here's the Entling Mage. The green, the llama. Yeah, he does look a little bit like a llama. Blue dragon should have a lightning ray. The green should have a cloud, and the red should have a cone. Steph should have checked this before signing off. They aren't D&D dragons. I thought about it, but it's like, I don't know. We can always go back and change them. I just went with a more basic system for them. Not floof enough to be a llama. It could have been sheared. All right, so Entling Mage. That probably should be slowed down. As idle breathe. Here's his walk, which is incredibly goofy. I love how that turned out. This is his fire burp and his fire spit. And then here I guess I was too tired one night and I gave him a sleep animation, even though monsters generally don't have sleeps, except the wolf. So like I don't really want to go give sleeps to everything else, but like I accidentally did this. So go to sleep, sleep, and wake up. All right, so here's Zilla, which is basically just a Varanus, except for this last animation. So all these animations are old, and then I touched them up. So this piece here is actually the head of a Varanus. Actually, let me just spawn one in. Oh, he's not a Varanus, he's an alligator. So if we look at this, not quite. There you go. All right, so if you line them up, you can see that these segments match up, and those. So this guy's got like an extra nub of a tail, but there's no bone in it. Like when it animates, he'll just keep straight. And then up here, he does have an extra 2 bones actually for his face. So this piece is the head of the Varanus, but he has a second head. Actually, probably my rigs don't really support this, and I didn't really think it through, but I made it work. So here you got the walk animation, and just add a little more animation. Here you got the bite. Allie did this beautiful model, and like I really like how the glow came out. It's called a Zilla, Z-I-L-L-A. And then here we've got him doing like a power attack that does an AoE. This is again Max and Angelo. So Angelo did the QB, so that's how we have the fire stuff. And Max did the, in this case, the volume manipulation, maybe we call it. So like we have a rectangle that's growing over time, which is really cool. Yeah, maybe we could do that already. It's still cool. Max did a lot of cool stuff. All right, so here we got the cougar. As I said before, probably won't actually see this guy in game as this. I'll show you why in a second. Here we got the wolf, wolf skeleton, sorry. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp and take a drink. Coaster's Paw, AoE attack. Yeah, this is an AoE attack. I'm not sure what you're talking about. So this is this breath attack was suggested by Allie because he had this same attack, and it was kind of samey and didn't really feel undeady. So they technically can still bite, and maybe they will. None of these are in game, by the way. But yeah, like a Rahal's is like a poison attack. So here we have the emote cute. Not the skeleton would ever do it per se, but that's weird. But it still could because it's on the same rig. This guy should be going to sleep just like them. I'm not sure why he isn't. Maybe I like type something. Wolf. Wolf. Not the wolf. I don't go to sleep. True. Weird. Maybe that animation's broken? I don't know why that's not working. Anyway, here you can see them flop over and then they're sleeping and then they like jump back up. They do that because I had a lot of problems with their rig. So if we jump over here and go to the deer, you see how his legs like fold up, and his hands like penetrate into his forearm, but like it's okay. The penetration here isn't terrible, and because the back legs are kind of like stretched out, there's no like weird compression. Whereas with the wolf, I got some horrible compression, so like I couldn't have him like squish up on himself. So yeah, I just plopped him over, and then he can sleep like that, and you can see him breathing, and then he's like, ah, and gets up. All right, so let's go back to daytime so it's easier to see. All right, so here we got the boar. So this is a model that Tom made a long time ago. It's in some of our promo stuff that you can see, but it didn't match the wolf rig. It was like close to the sheep, but I don't want to put anything on the sheep because I want to remake the sheep. Let's take a look. Sheep. Oh. So I don't suppose I can't defluff it. Let's see, sheep. Yeah. Nope. Cute though. Anyway, if you look at this, actually I did a whole stream on why these legs need to be remade, but if you look at it, like he's got let's just get, there you go, sort of. So you got this thigh. I can just show how bad my memory is. You have 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, and the 4th is the foot. And if you watch, they kind of just move like they're supposed to. And this is called, or sorry, this was made using an IK rig, which means I create the bones and then I just move the feet and the legs take care of themselves. Now if we look at the sheep, who I of course can't force to do anything, I could like script and put it in the JSON, but he if he decides to run somewhere, you'll notice that his he has like, if this is the body, there you go. The legs just kind of like this. They don't connect with the ground. Like these look like they actually touch the ground and move across. And if I pause it, well, if I could get it paused, it's like they actually hit the ground and travel across it, which is a minor thing, but it's like, it's kind of important to get something to look like it should move that way. And these guys don't. And not that the sheep couldn't, but I like their emote anim, and if I decide to start with the sheep, I have to do all animations over again, and I don't want to do that right now. So I didn't want to put the boar onto the sheep because that would mean I would have to redo the sheep as well. So I just put him onto the wolf, and it kind of works because boars are kind of nasty anyway, and I'd expect them to attack things. Maybe they wouldn't bite them, but that's what we had. They also probably wouldn't scratch their ears, but it's okay. And there's them sleeping. He's also not sleeping. That's super strange. All right, and then this you guys saw a long time ago. It's actually been updated by Allie. Allie, she made it look much cuter. If I can zoom in, sort of, you can see that there's like actually a gap between the legs. Allie has got this like great eye to know when to do that, like when to have a gap, and I tend to just like connect everything. But yeah, and she also like adjusted some other things. But it's a little fox. He's so much cuter. He also has a bite attack, but he doesn't have a jaw anymore. So it's just cute attacks. All right. So this is a portcullis, and I'm sorry the animations don't work on them. They actually do work. Something to do, remember I said like the runs have hitches? Something to do with that and like the way things are being run causes these to fail. So I don't know what's going on, but the portcullis works. Hopefully we'll get that into the engineer at some point. And then these are whetstones and dry stones, and they don't do anything but look pretty, and maybe someday they will. And when they do, we can talk about them. All right, so how do I show you the other thing? Let's see if I can remember what it was. Oh, I emailed myself. Here, my user settings. What? To hopefully find what I was looking for. It might be the Q-Mitter test. Let's try that. Let's try that. Q-Mitter test. Nope. Animation test could also. Well, no, I don't want to go. That's not it. Well, you can see the dragon breath again. I want to go to it. Animation test. Animation test. Is it here? It is not. We can make it again though. We must need to. Am I on the right branch? Plants and meat. Plants and meat. I'm probably just in the wrong place. Sorry, I'm looking for some more assets I made. Wait, I'm not seeing them. Okay, well, I'll remake them. All right, so, well, I'm not going to push, so I'll just change it here. All right, so, sorry, I'm just trying to think of what I want to do. Let's do that. Because I don't really care. They'll just stand there. And I'm going to do these. So these just look like animals here. Like the image looks the same. But when I load them up, excuse me, they're going to look like something else. Well, they're going to look the same, but they're going to have a different material. All right, let's see if that works. Yep, but I need to make it nighttime. Or not. Oh, okay, it's working. All right, so a long time ago, I talked about how I had some, poop. They're not working. Let's go discard everything. Oh no, I didn't want to. Good, kept that. All right. And then, did that work? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. Covering the text, I don't mean to. After this, I will go look at what's going on. All right. All right, so long time ago, I talked about how I've had some cats die in the past year or so that I've been working on this. Jacko and Coda. And I wanted to do some sort of homage to them. I asked Stephanie, and she was like, yeah, sure. So it's taken me a long time to get to the point that I even thought about what I wanted it to be. But my plan is that this is Coda. And he was a runt, and he had a virus that we didn't know about. Not going to get too deep on you guys, but he passed. But he was very, very sweet, and his name actually means friend to all. So the idea is he's going to come in to your game sometimes. It's going to be very low chance, and he's just going to talk to everyone in the town and make them happy, and then disappear, and that's it. And then this one is Jacko. He was a really sweet cat. But he's very strong and strong-willed. But he wanted to be near you. He would always sit next to you, but not want you to touch him. But he would touch you sometimes, but you don't touch him. So my plan is he won't talk to anyone. But when combat happens, he will turn into this guy, who is the spirit of Jacko and protector of light, and he'll jump in and save your town's butt. And I have a lightning effect for the transition, but that's another thing I'm probably not going to find. That should be in the cube knitter test. Cube knitter test. I could also just look it up again, but there it is. Light blast. Yes? No. 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 Effect lightning blast. Oh, this one. Boom! Lightning blast. Sorry for yelling. The top needs some work. Maybe I should put something at the top, but I'm not supposed to look at that. You're supposed to look down here. So it's just like a blast. And it's purposefully not to be actually lightning. It's meant to like cover the transition, so that's why there's like more stuff going on down here. But yeah, that's the idea. All right, so I'm gonna turn this off and go back to that, and then I'm gonna look at all the comments because I haven't for a while. I'm sorry. There you go. All right. Oh, they're all just going to run amok because I brought their AI back. I should have saved it. Shoot. All right, so let's go up a bit. Let's see. Coasters Paul's. Can't wait to get Ragnarok put in. Not sure who that is. Is Varanus a Varanus or an alligator? Pick of Death, Varanus is Varanus, but in our system he's called alligator. But like on this end, he's a Varanus. It's just, it's this naming thing. We can't go back, we can't take our asset and change its name without destroying saved files for everyone who has stuff. That's actually why the wolf, or sorry, the fox is called Fox, but he's not red fox. You can see there's red fox, which is this guy, and then there's red fox wolf, who's this guy. Because if we set the fox to use this new rig, it would break every existing one in the game, so that's why. Schwender XE, lots of new animals. Yep. Winnie for Sun, cute, thank you. Kozer's Paul, will wolves chase skeleton wolves? Oh, that's a good point. I was like, what? And then it's like, yeah, the dogs chase wolves, or dogs chase bones. I didn't think about that, so I don't know. Boar is adorable, thank you. I'll pass that along to Tom. Wolves should circle around 9 times before they lay down to sleep. I planned to do that. I was like, I should do this. And then I was like, man, making a run around and placing his feet every time will take so long. I'll just flop them over. So that's what I like. That's why they just like flop over. This is circling. Yo, those animals. That nose? Which nose are you talking about? Love the skeletal wolves. I like them too. Like, they're simple, but they turned out pretty good. Have you animated the speaker system for the sheep yet? No, I've not done that. DJ turntable, also no. Maybe someday. She says you might get this slab of... by coming to Mac anytime soon. I do not know anything about coming to Mac anytime soon, but I do know that there's some program that people on Macs use that let them run Windows games, and I think someone said that they were able to play Stonehearth that way. I don't know. I'm gonna take a drink. I was forced to buy a Macintosh for school, and I was not a fan, and I don't use it anymore. So I'm not the right one to talk to about when stuff will come to Mac. Plus, I'm an artist, so. Oh, apparently it was just discussed on the Discord, so there you go, cool. This is official Discord, not a Discord. Discourse. Yep, my bad. I said the wrong thing too. There's more. Any animating on the Ent? Not the Ent itself. The Ent is actually a goblin. We can take a look at that. Oh no. What are they called? There we go. And he's not gonna. He might animate, but he's not gonna animate right because they don't have brains when they come in this way. So these are actually the exact same model. It's hard to tell, but it's like it's the same thing. Yeah, we should probably give them their own unique stuff at some point, but priorities stuff. Ghost Ball, goodbye. It's like way too late. Geister, thank you very much. Those are ghost kitties. One was a shadow cat and the other two were spirits. This is BT Adams. Tall Adams. Hello, welcome. Slayman, that's a good question. I think the answer is no, we didn't code our own engine, but yes, we basically did. So they took Horde 3D and modified it heavily. So, Celestra, thank you very much. Creating one engine says switch to UE4 is pretty crazy. Betal Adams? I'm not sure how to read that. Super sweet, thank you. Bob Jones, 1980. I don't know if there's a current list of the Stonehearth dev team. VG Alex, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Fish Rind, thank you. I wanted to do this for a long time. I spent like too long making a rigging system. So like I bring like the wolf's body into the Maya. I'm not going to open it now. But you bring the whatever body into Maya. You set it up right. Like there's directions on this UI that I made. And you set it up properly. You push the buttons and like it just makes the entire rig. But it took me a long time to do that, and then it was like, okay, now I should use this. And it's like, oh, well, we don't really have time to actually use this. So go do other stuff. And it's like, but I really wanted to go use it. So that's why I did this. So like you can actually see like a lot of these are the same rig. So like the wolf and the cougar and the boar are all the same rig. But like it's weird to say what I'm trying to say. Making a rig is hard. It's definitely easier than making a scripting program or a script. Making a script that auto rigs for you. But like, it's not fair to talk about multiple wolves because they're all the same. But like, the wolf is one, the deer is another, the birds are another, Zilla is a separate, the mimic is a separate thing. The kitten was a separate thing. The Entling mage is a separate. Like, these are all separate rigs. And if I had to go do those separately, manually and uniquely, I would have had mistakes. It would have taken much longer, much longer. I mean, you push a couple buttons, you literally make a rig in 5 minutes. But like, it took me like a month or two to make the script. So like, you're weighing that. But like, say I did spend those months, I would have had a lot of messy rigs, and each one would have been different. And like, I'm not like, humans generally can't rename things the same every time and make sure everything's correct. So a script to do it is just smart if you have the time and patience. And thank you, Stephanie, for allowing me to do that. And this is the kind of benefits we get from that system. So it's really cool. And the beetles are different. All right, anyway. Geister, I'm not killing you. Celestia put up a list of people. This game says spirits are so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, Brett's new. He's getting prepped to work at the company. So when he comes back in a week or so, whenever he comes back, we'll have to get him on a stream. Buck. It's known as a gator in the game. That's right. I don't think anybody calls it that, but we could call it that. Sir Asterisk got skipped. Well, he's planning to end up in games or just select ones. That's a good question. Right now, nothing is planned to go into the game. But I plan to get them into the game. So we'll see. So just as a basic plan to let you guys know what I'm thinking. Let's make it daytime so we can see again. It's chaos. All right, so there's a few weird ones, so let me point those out first. Zilla is supposed to be big bad boss guy that's like the crowning, what's it called in nature, like predator, top predator, I don't know. He's like the biggest in the food chain in the desert. At least that, I think, is Allie's idea. He's her baby. So like the idea is, in the desert, Zilla will show up sometimes and wreck your day. But like, he won't be anywhere, everywhere, all the time. Who else is weird? The mimic is weird because you're not just gonna like spawn a mimic somewhere that like defeats the purpose of what he is. Like, he's supposed to be hidden and then he jumps out and gets you. So the idea with that is, let me put a big disclaimer. None of this is happening until it happens, and it may not happen. So there you go. The plan is, maybe we have a random chest sitting in the world, or on the zombie chest, the giant zombies encounters that you guys have seen, I'm sure. You have a giant zombie and then the chest. So you defeat the zombie, and then you go like punch the chest to open it, because that's how they open chests, is they punch them. And then it would just like wiggle, and then rawr, and then get you. And hopefully you're paying attention. Well, I guess we'd have to set it up so you get a second encounter, and it would be like enemy alert, and then you click the button, and you would your camera would recenter. But yeah, that would be the point of that. Other weird ones, not really. Okay, so non-weird, or like already in the game. The wolf is already in the game. Hopefully it's working and everybody sees it. The fox is already in the game. Excuse me. I'm sorry. 1 second. The fox update. This guy is already in the game. He actually had a problem where he had wolf sounds and he was very ferocious. Like he'd go into a trap and then he would just be like super mad, and you could hear him like all the way across the map. But yeah, he's in the game. Is anyone else in the game? No. So next things. Or just like general stuff. So beetles are probably going to be like doodles and maybe bitsies. Where is one? Here's one. Are probably going to be friendly, and maybe you can have them as pets, like critters. Maybe not bitsies. I don't know. All right, I guess I should talk about whelps. But then this guy is probably going to be hostile. But yeah. Whelps and kittens are both pets, like they're Kickstarter promises. And I guess while I'm here, the mammoth and the collie, I am hoping to do. Collie's probably just going to wind up on the wolf rig, maybe the kitten rig. Mammoth will be its own rig with its own animations because nothing else remotely looks like it. But I am trying to hit all the Kickstarter promises. So the reason I did these was, except for the collie and the mammoth, who for some reason I just didn't want to do, all of these that I chose to do were already made or concepted at least. So like the duck and the ostrich. If you guys weren't here earlier, these guys, ostrich, duck, those are both concepts that Allie drew. And they were just super cute, and I wanted to do them. Doodles and Bitsy were also super cute that Allie drew. Did Allie draw a deer? No, we talked about a deer, but Tom made the deer already. So like I just used a bunch of what was there already, except for the duck and the ostrich, which were concepted. And Allie has more concepts, I'm sure, that we've shown multiple times, but I would love to get through more of those. I don't know if I'll have more time. So anyway, besides that, I'm sorry, this is a really long answer. All right, so what we plan to do is some of these. The boar, the birds, the ostrich and duck. What else? The deer. The plan for those generally is that they will be neutral monsters. So they'll spawn in kind of like a Varanus camp, except they won't be hostile. Or a wolf camp. We have multiple camps like that. But they won't be hostile. And then you'll walk up to them as like you're like, man, I really want that boar meat. Man, can I kill a boar? Nope. Well, yes, but like they drop meat now. I don't know how to show you. You'll kill them and you get their meat. But as soon as you hit them once, they become hostile. So that's the general idea. And then you could take their meat and cook it and do all sorts of fun stuff. I will go to the crafter's test after this. The skeletal wolf will probably just be part of the undead faction and be used whenever it's needed. And I believe that's everybody. Cougar won't be used because I only made him. Excuse me. I only made him to make it so Jacko was possible. Excuse me. I'm not super pleased with how the model turned out. It only has one unique animation anyway, which is this attack animation. Allie said she liked him, and maybe if we touched him up a little bit, he'd get in the game. I don't know. Not super high priority for me, but we'll see. All right, so that was a long answer. I think that's everybody. I love the portcullis. I can't wait to build with it. Me too. I was really disappointed with myself because just before we were done with the engineer, Linda was like, hey, Malley, I got the portcullis done. You want to give it a rig and animation and we'll get it out the door? And I was like, absolutely. And then we're like, okay, we're done with the engineer for now. We'll come back to it later. And it's like, man, like it was right there. So I finally did it. Linda, if you're listening, I'm sorry it took me a year. Do animals fight each other? Yes, they do, based on faction. So you'll often see goblins and zombies fight each other, and like anything in the world can fight each other if they're of opposing factions. Boot camp on their Mac. It wasn't boot. Boot Camp. I've used Boot Camp before, but this is like, I want to say a musical instrument name or something. I don't know. I have the worst memory. Paintings at some point in the future showcasing all the artwork for Stonehearth. This game, there's actually a mod out there that somebody put some artwork in a tapestry. Doesn't quite fit the Stonehearth aesthetic, but it's cute, and you just download the mod and put it in. BTB Tall Adams. I hope I just explained that. Any chance we would get penguins? Probably not, because penguins, like the little shuffle thing, and it's such a unique animation. Maybe if we get to the other stuff, the glacier biome and all that, that'd be fun to do. I mean, they very much fit the glacier biome, but it would be very unique, and it'd be weird. We don't have, like, I guess we can have them swim, but like we don't have like floating, we don't have like swimming, like they would just walk along the floor, and like maybe we could do a swim animation while they did that, but I don't know. There are other things I'd want to do first. So they'd probably just end up standing on the beach, which feels weird. I don't know. We'll think about it if we get to that point. Windy for Sun, I'm not sure what you're asking. Pick a Death, I'm not sure what you're talking about. The giant ent. Geister, Apex Predator, that is absolutely it. I'm sorry, I'm so far behind here. We're all huge nerds, a little bit. Zilla's basically the desert's Varanus, but then the desert got a Varanus, so I guess he's just a huge menace. Is there a fixed plan for workshops? Build queue getting stuck because the required item becomes unavailable after the job is started. I've been meaning to get some posted to the discourse about it, but life. Zenfinity, I would say post to the discourse with like a save file that shows the problem. I don't think things should stop working. I mean, if like say you want to, I don't know, you want to build a chair, but you don't have wood. So you have wood, you toggle, build a chair, and then your wood goes away. They're never going to build that chair because you need the wood. But you shouldn't get stuck because all you do is get another piece of wood, if that's what you mean. So if that's not what you mean, definitely post on the discourse so we can get that looked at. Oh my word, the Carnage, Tuesday's eyebrow. Yeah, they get really crazy when you don't remove the AI. I love the doodles and the bitsies. I do too. They turned out pretty cute. I'm thinking... Oh, weird, he's sleeping above ground. But they're supposed to... Oh, his eyes don't glow. That's a problem. They sleep below ground. And I think I want to get the other flower put on. There's only one flower because in Allie's drawing there was only one flower. But maybe it doesn't matter. I just would love to see a doodles out in the wilderness, and like you think it's just a flower and there's no Z's or anything, but then you go to pull it and like the doodle comes out, and then like a herd of doodles like runs away. Like that sounds super cute to me. Are the Kickstarter pets going to be just for backers, or are they going to be for everyone now? So, Sir Asterix, do you guys hear talking? No, maybe it's a train going by. Don't hold me to this, but from what I understand, Kickstarter backers will get a mod that unlocks the Kickstarter pets, which is kitten, collie, mammoth, whelp, as starter pets. So when your Hearthling... wow, my brain just flipped on itself. When you're starting a new game and you go through the encounter screen, that's what I was trying to say. When you go through the encounters... no, that's not the right word. The word that means leaving the place. I'm sorry. When you create your Hearthlings, they have a chance to roll a pet. It will add those animals to the pet list. But from what I understand, at the end of the game, if you beat the game, or if you like go through your tiers and you become a town, you will unlock a pet trader So like someone comes to your town, and you can buy pets from them. Don't hold me to that though, because that may not be true. That's just what I think I remember hearing. Maybe I should not say things that I think and stick with what I know. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Geister. Anybody can mod stuff. Says pet loot crates for a sense of pride and accomplishment. I'm not sure what that means. With pet hats. So I'm just reading. Will the Rabbit Clan models be changed? The short were so cute. I'm not sure what the short were, but Allie is touching up the Rabbit Clan stuff now. She may be done. I have not asked her about it. I know Tom touched them up a lot, and then Allie is touching them up again. I feel like the portcullis should be bigger. Maybe. This is meant to be, or sorry, this is double door sized, which is what Linda like wanted. But I mean, we could totally make a bigger one. We can make a like a whatever those are called. Yeah, it's just a thing we can do. Time is always the problem. When are Titans planned for? Will we see Ragnarok by chance? Let's see. Click this on a different window. Oh, this guy. Yeah, he's pretty. So I don't want to say no, but probably not. This is a very complicated rig. So I don't know. Maybe. What Titans are planned for? So Cthulhu is definitely planned for. Whether, like, I don't know about beyond that. We'll see. I don't know. Let's talk to Stephanie about Titans in the discourse. She'll be able to answer better for you. Read Alley, if you make a penguin, he basically has to animate it. Make them puffins. We could probably make a puffin on the bird rig. Where's a standing bird? Sleeping birds. We could make a puffin. What's a puffin look like? Look at those guys. You could make that into a puffin. No, you probably couldn't. But it's still adorable. That's a cute bird. Dainty Doodle. How do penguins spend their time at the beach? Do they get cool sunglasses or do they play volleyball? I think it depends on the puffin. Or penguin. It would depend on the penguin. Should be random. The second one. Hey, make a bunch of different ones. Cute pass. Bunnies. Talking about bunnies. Giving them a cute pass and clothes. We also need a naked bunny so that we can put normal outfits on them, and orc as well. I can't show you, but when you put clothes on orcs, they have two sets of clothes on. It looks really freaky. Big bird. Insane critters. Hey, I reached the bottom. 39 bones. Geister. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but actually all of these have very few bones compared to a Hearthling, except probably the whatever he is. Goblin. And 39 bones is what Hearthlings have, but I actually told Stephanie the wrong thing. So in the video that the Desktop Tuesday that was put out recently, where Stephanie's like, if it has more than 39 bones, it doesn't work, is my mistake. It's actually 48, I think. Max did a check. So we can add more bones, which means we can do cool stuff. I'm hoping to get rabbit ears on the normal Hearthing model, which you'd never see, but then rabbits can use the same rig, and we can animate the ears, which would be super cute. Yeah, Ragnarok has more than 48 bones. I think I closed that. Can I reopen? Yeah. Like, whoa. Whoa, you guys seeing this? My mouse, I'm not clicking. And my mouse is not on the Chrome window? Whoa, that was weird. Anyway, yeah, if each of these was a bone, that's way more than 48. I mean, Allie stopped drawing lines at that point. And like we could batch them, or like not batch them, group them. So like 3 and 3 and 3. But even then, that's a lot. But even say we did that and it wasn't over our limit, there's still the problem of how a snake moves. Well, I can motion. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think of how do I explain this. So if I can see my arm, if you imagine this is a snake. So there are times when a snake is coiled up and it's like thinking of what to do, right? So the base of it is back here on the shoulder, and when it strikes, it leaps out, right? So the point of like the pivot, the center of gravity, or it's not center of gravity, it's the point at which the rig moves from, is back here, right? And it can do whatever it wants, within reason. Now, when the snake moves, he's walking, he moves like this, right? Roughly. I can't really do what a snake does with my arm. But the like center location is right about here. And the tail kind of like flows like that as he's moving. And like actually some of them do like a sidewinding thing. But anyway, that is a totally different rig. And we're talking about doing it on the same rig. And I can't remember right now, but there's actually a third type of movement that a snake does that's just like super strange. So say he doesn't do that and he always moves the same. It's still incredibly complicated. And then like the wings on top of it, wings are a complicated thing. If we look at the whelp, there's one. You have a better animation than that? Where's the fire breathing whelps? You should see just spouts of fire. Okay. I do not see spouts of fire. Let's go to the well. Oh, I gotta end. Thought I heard the door. I will finish this up and then stop. Hey, we got ending music. Oh no. Oh, I reverted everything, that's why. Well, this works anyway. So you see his wings. I cheated heavily, and they're like pretty simple. But that wouldn't fly with a giant creature that's like taking up your entire screen. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will try to get this stuff into the game as soon as possible. We'll see. As soon as possible, could be never. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming. Doing on water, Genghis John. I will pass that on to Albert. Albert's been going crazy. Yeah, I think the other stuff went out. But like, what water does is just so awesome. I am super happy about it as well. Yeah. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.